Hello! We are in Winter Park right now, and I am going to tell you guys a few things about snowboarding for beginners. I myself am a beginner. I'm definitely not a professional, even though I do restart this every year, and every year I feel like I learn something new, but I'm still a beginner every year, which is kind of weird, but whatever, just accept it. So yeah, this is the snowboard that I got, and these are the boots that I got. I did rent them, and the basics that you do need to know is that you want your boots to fit quite snug. You don't want them to feel loose. And when you do bind them up, let me show you. Not bind them up, when you do tighten them up, there's usually like an internal part and an external part. And so you do want to tighten up that internal part first and make sure it's snug, but you don't want it to be cutting off your circulation, so don't go too crazy. And then the newer, cooler boots, they have like this coil wire tightener thing, which you can tighten your boots with, which is really great, because I remember before when I tried snowboarding, you had to actually tie it, and it would never hold as tight as you wanted it to. But again, do not cut your circulation off. That is definitely something that a lot of people do wrong. They feel like if it's tighter, they won't hurt themselves, but you don't want to be cutting off the circulation, because that can be really bad. So yeah, that's the boot I got, and my toes are basically like when I go on my tips, I can feel my toes hitting the front, but it's not painful and my toes aren't curling. That's the main part you want to remember. You don't want your toes to curl. And then beginner's board. This is what a beginner's board looks like for me. It reaches about a little lower than my shoulder. I'm 5'10", and yeah, so this goes almost up to my shoulder. And the shorter the board, the easier it is to work with. So this is what I was recommended for a beginner. And also the edging is a little different. It's a little more pliable, I guess, to work with, because the more advanced boards, they have different edging, and it might be a little sharper, and I don't know the details, but they have different, different shapes and different edging. But anyways, we're not talking about the advanced boys, because that's not what we are, right? So that is it for the board. And then when you're actually on the mountain and you're on your snowboard, once you're bound in nicely, I'm just gonna do this loosely right now, just to show you guys. One thing I remember, like the first time I learned how to snowboard, was the instructor telling me that it's really all about, it's more in your body. Like, you shouldn't worry as much about your legs and your feet, because all of your motion stems from where your body's going. And so if you are fearful and not confident, that's when you're going to fall and bust your ass, which is what I do quite often. But anyways, the main things to remember is that you want to go with your body, and the easiest way to do this is to put your hand out in front. And so when you point your shoulder and your arm this way, when you're on the mountain, your board will go that way. And then when you're going back, if you lean back and start pointing your arm and shoulder that way, your board will start going that way. So that's basically it. It's that simple, but it's really about being confident and just trusting your gut and just doing it. And of course, practice, because practice makes perfect. You'll get better every time. And if you are busting your butt a lot, they do rent out, I think, little like back and butt guards, which will protect you from the falls, because if the slope is icy, it really hurts. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed my mini beginners tutorial for snowboarding, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun. And let me know what you thought of this video, and give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I am going to go have some dinner, so ta-ta! What up? What up? We're out here at Winter Park. Here we go. Fuck! Falling. I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go. Trying to go somewhere, but I keep falling. So I'm somewhat of a beginner because I do not give enough time to this sport. I do my best, but I feel like every year I have to relearn. So here I am relearning with you guys, doing my best here. Spencer is way better, but the thing about it is I get the concepts. I'm just fearful of falling at a certain speed. And the thing about snowboarding is you really have to trust yourself, and it's all actually in your upper body. So your snowboard is gonna go where you aim your body. So if I turn my shoulder this way, I'm gonna go that way. If I turn my shoulder this way, I'm gonna go this way. But the thing is not being fearful. And now I'm stuck at a plateau. Great. Yeah, so when you do get stuck, I tend to have to take one of my boots out because it's easier to just push yourself along. Look at these boots. Push yourself along like this, like on a skateboard. And then get a little bit more speed. Ah! Yeah, I'm totally fucked here. Yeah, if you do want to pause, you have to ride on your heels or on your toes. When you ride on the flat of your foot, you're gonna go really fast. And I'm scared to do that. So I tend to ride my heels and my flats. Whoa! No! No! Fuck! I just broke my GoPro stick. No! I broke the stick!